couple that worked in the brick kiln. They worked 14 hours a day, 7 times, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 depending on the needs of the job, for £3 a day. They are as poor as you can imagine. Some days they struggle to have food. The toil that they go through to make these bricks by hand, you cannot fathom. And yet they barely can survive on the diet, they barely receive the dietary requirements to sustain them through that. One day, Shama is cleaning her house from an amulet that her father had. She takes out a parchment. It may have had some Islamic text, it may not have. She just burned it with many other things that she didn't want in her house. She was accused of blasphemy. Somehow, the violence against her was quelled when some of the men from the brick kiln took her to safety. The family realised she had to go. She had to leave that place. So the husband and the wife, Shama and Shahzad, went to the landowner and said, "Let us leave. These people believe we have blasphemed. They're going to kill us." As the landlord heard that, he looked at them and said, "You can go free, both of you. You can go free today, but first pay the money you owe me for your enslavement." It might not sound like a lot of money, but £5,000 to them was not affordable. So they couldn't go. The landlord got scared. He was going to lose his investment. So he locked them in a room. The man who accused them of blasphemy told 3 local mosques about her blasphemy. He called the imams to come to that room to kill those who had blasphemed. The imams preached. A 10,000 strong mob arrived at that house. It was a building inside a field. They couldn't break down the walls for whatever reason. It was made of good, solid, stern stuff. The family thought they were safe. This is a couple and their 3 children. One was 2, one was 4, one was 6. They could hear these people baying for their blood, calling for them to be killed. The 2-year-old child obviously started crying. I'm sure they were all weeping. They banged the doors harder. They couldn't get in. So the men climbed the roof. They peeled back the roof. They entered from the top of the building. And when they came in, they grabbed the child from Shama's lap and threw it to the floor. Somehow the child survived. They grabbed the couple, they stripped the couple naked. They first gang raped Shama in front of her husband. For good measure. That was one way of punishing these guilty Christians who had blasphemed. When they'd had their fun, they then broke the couple's legs, so they couldn't run away from the 10,000 strong mob. After this had happened, they decided to tie the wrists together with a rope, extended the rope, connected it to a vehicle, and dragged the family at the back of a tractor across a stony field, which you can imagine would have shattered most people and probably would have extinguished their lives. Did it extinguish their lives? No, because when they returned, they were thrown into a brick kiln and were burned alive. And we know they were alive because their 6-year-old son said he could see them twitching and moving as they were dying. And we know he said that because live TV cameras caught his witness statement. That's something that's going to scar him for life. The British Pakistani Christian Association is one of the charities still supporting those children. And obviously we are ensuring that they become beacons of hope for the future, hoping through their advocacy, one day we can reach many other people, warning them of the dangers in Pakistan, which I think we can all see surfacing in the last few weeks. There are huge issues in Pakistan. I'm going to list some of them for you. It's really awful reading. It'll be really awful listening to this. But if we don't share it, nothing changes. There is an estimated 700 Christian girls kidnapped, raped and forced into Islamic marriage every single year. That's not a statistic made up by a Christian group, a Muslim group, a Muslim NGO, Movement of Solidarity and Peace, wrote that in 2014. If you ask us, the stats should be a lot higher. What I haven't told you is that a further 300 Hindu girls suffer the same treatment. So you know that now. There are 1 million Christian slaves in the brick kilns of Pakistan. Many of the women will be raped while the men are working by the landlord and his accountant. It's not unusual. I'm not sure how many of you understand about the blasphemy laws of Pakistan. They're a tool for discrimination. They're used to persecute or to settle personal scores, so vendettas. If somebody's jealous of your success, if somebody wants your property in Karachi, I'm going to tell you a little secret. If you go to Dubai in Karachi, people live in abject poverty. Christians live in abject poverty. But the land value is immense. Because when the British gave that land to the Christians, it was in the centre of the town. And although they're deprived, they're sitting on a gold mine. And so many of them are shot dead in the streets by Muslim gang mafia. And often, the easiest way rather than shooting them dead is simply to lay an allegation of blasphemy. It happens a lot in Karachi for this very reason. They were Islamicised in the 1980s after originally being introduced by the Brits. When the British did introduce them, they were a public order offence, a maximum sentence of 2 years, or a small fine. Now it will cost you your life, a death sentence, if you blaspheme against Muhammad. But if somebody blasphemes against Christianity, they won't be prosecuted. Because a Muslim witness is so much stronger than a Christian witness. Everything is geared up against the minority. There are many other things I could share with you. I'm not going to go for too much today. All I will say is this. This dire need has become more prevalent over the last few years. What we've seen is a generational increase in this hatred, and I can tell you where it stems from. The United States Commission for International Religious Freedom in 2013 reported that the national curriculum textbooks of Pakistan demonize, caricature and even go as far as labelling Christians as spies for the West. This is the hatred they have for the West over there. You and I have had just as much hatred as Christians, despite the platitudes we might receive. When the Pakistani government was forced to change them to continue with their American practice, they removed 50% of the text. The offensive text was removed. But then they inserted a further derogatory text. And this is the lip service that you get from the Pakistani government. It's simply atrocious. So if there's anything we need to do today, we need to think of practical solutions. So I'm asking for 2 things today. Of course, we've come here for Asia Bibi today, and I'm calling for you to call upon your MPs and your government to provide asylum for Asia Bibi, or to do as they are doing. If they can't, because obviously Canada is in the process already. I was going to share that at the end, but you beat me to it, so my thunder. But I will say, there is a diplomatic process. Ask Australia to be as involved as possible, engaging with Pakistan, making sure they adhere to their agreement and provide adequate security to Asia Bibi. She is being kept under the auspices of Pakistani authorities, not of Western security force. This is the same type of force that failed with Benazir Bhutto, failed with Shahbaz Bhatti, failed with Salman Taseer. In the case of former Governor Salman Taseer, a Muslim, and Shahbaz Bhatti, the only federal minister who was from the Christian faith. These were secondary targets. They called for freedom for Asia Bibi. Asia Bibi is a primary target. It's serious. Speak to your MPs. They need to be kept safe. And the second thing we're going to ask you, ask your governments to stop their foreign aid budget to Pakistan. $49 million a year goes from Australia into the hands of a Pakistani government who are very unclear with the traceability and accountability of those funds. I'd be very